Yo, what's up, family? Before we start the video, please do a like, subscribe, and share to any and everyone that you can. Just get out there a little bit more. With that being said, let's get right into the video. The Washington Wizards won their first game versus the Atlanta Hawks in the second year for Bilal Coulibaly came up big in the fourth quarter. Coulibaly is one of my favorite young players, and it's been nice to see the early improvements in his game. So let's get into the film. All right, how y'all doing? I hope y'all doing good. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, make sure you take your shoes off before you come in the house. And Bilal Coulibaly was amazing in this game, especially defensively on Trae Young. He was traveling with Trae Young everywhere, making it hard, denying him the ball, forcing other people on the Hawks to initiate the action sometimes. And man, he traveled so much with Trae Young, and Trae Young had a tough time. I think he missed his last 13 shots. And Coulibaly averaged a steal and a block last season, and with his offensive role increasing and just his overall game getting better, I hope that he continues to have the same hunger on the defensive side of the ball, and he did in this game. And of course, I know they've only played about 3 or 4 games, but especially offensively, Coulibaly is one of the league's most improved players. He is certainly in that conversation. So last year, he averaged 8 points, 4 rebounds, a steal, and a block, shot 43% from the field and 35% from 3-on-3 attempts, shot 2 free throw attempts, and he was 49% from 2 last season. In the early part of this season, he's averaging 16 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal, shooting 50% from the field, 36% from 3 on 5 attempts, shooting 5 free throw attempts. So he's doubled his free throw attempts. He's almost double his 3, shooting about the same percentage, but his free throw attempts is a 10% increase. Last year, he shot 70% from the free throw line. This year, he's shooting 81%, right? He's been fouled on 22% of his shots this season. That's in the 96th percentile. Also, his shot chart is diversifying. He's taking more shots from different areas of the court. This season, 39% of his shots are from the mid-range. Last year, it was only 19. And of course, that just comes with opportunity, right? Tyus Jones is gone, you know what I'm saying? Avdi is gone. So guys that were creating for them are not here anymore. And mid-range shot is where I see the most improvement. Last year, he shot 6 for 26 on mid-range shots. So not only did he shoot bad, he didn't shoot a lot of them. And here, this would just be easy money. He's going up against Trae Young, who's barely 6 foot. He just rides over top of him and hit the mid-range. And I'm telling y'all, man, he was just hounding Trae. His length and his quickness, like, it was a problem, because Trae is one of the quicker guys in this league, right? And even if he got a half a step or a step on Coulibaly, he would just use his length, put his hand up right behind Trae Young so he couldn't shoot the ball. And here, we got the pick by Jalen Johnson. He navigates that pretty well, goes over top of it. Did he clap his hands while he was... Hold on, Trae. Hold on, Trae. He clapping his hands mid-defensive slide, bro. That's crazy. And then we got Sar. I don't even know why Trae attempted to shoot this. I don't know what he was trying to do, but Sar basketball out of bounds after the good defense by Coulibaly. And Trae Young had 6 turnovers in this game. Here's just Coulibaly using his length again to get the steal. And probably the most impactful thing he did was denying Trae Young the ball. He was standing in the middle of Trae Young and the passer so effectively in this game. And I say that because Trae Young is their offense. Trae Young is a one-man offense. You'll see this in the fourth quarter. Like, he was denying Trae Young, and the other Hawks that were trying to pass it to Trae were just standing there like they didn't know how to dribble, right? So if he's taking Trae Young out of certain plays, those are wins for the Washington Wizards. Here he gets a steal in the pass to Jordan Poole. I like how he wasn't allowing Trae Young to use screens. Like here, going right over top of that screen. Then he tried to get a re-screen. No, playing to the side of the screen. And bro, he is so quick to be 6'8". So he jumps towards the screen, and as soon as he does that, Trae Young tries to go, and he's already right there. He got long ass arms. He's got a great frame to be a defender. Like, I knew Coulibaly was going to be a good defender from like seeing him play in France and his first year in the NBA, but I was thinking more of like, you know, he's going to be guarding the wings and, you know, stuff like that. But like the quicker guards like Trae Young that just move around all game, that's coming off screens, he did a phenomenal job in this game and forced another Trae Young turnover. And this is a perfect example of him using his length and his defensive prowess to deny Trae Young the ball. He's trying to get the ball back. Larry Nance is dying to do a dribble handoff, and he just won't let him do it. He's standing in between them. He's just not letting him do it. Now, the Hawks end up getting something good out of the possession, because I don't know why Jordan Poole is guarding Jalen Johnson, but deeper into the clutch, into this game, Trae Young needs to have the ball in his hands. And in the fourth quarter, if you can take Trae Young out of a possession, that is a win. All right, so here we are back on the offensive side of the ball, and he comes on the screen roll with Alex Sar and gets the and one. He should have been doing this way before the fourth quarter, just going at Trae Young. He's improved so much on the offensive side of the ball. Of course, his assists have gone up. I believe he averaged about 1 last year. He's averaging just above 3 this year. His assist percentage has gone up from 8 last year to about 15. And of course, again, that's just a product of, you know, Tyus Jones not being there and Avdi, 2 guys who really handled the ball a lot for them last season. But the impressive thing is, with the added touches and the usage rate, his turnovers are about the same. He's shooting better from the field. on more shots. He's getting to the free throw line more, and he's seen a 10% increase in percentage there. With the ball in his hands more, he's just becoming more efficient, and that's something you like to see. And here, the and one on Trae Young. Man, I'm trying to tell y'all, Slim was getting down in the fourth quarter. It was just serious what he was doing to Trae Young, and just not letting him get the look, bro. All right, so first he does a nice job going over the screen, not letting Trae Young use the screen. We talked about that earlier, screen navigation. Jordan Poole does a nice job blitzing. They force Trae Young to pick the ball up and pass it out of his hands. And again, ball denial, to me, was the most impactful thing he did. This offense runs through number 11. He's the engine. When you take him out of possessions and he's not touching the ball again, they look like people that have never dribbled a basketball before. You seen the last one where Larry Nance was just dying to do a dribble handoff. He couldn't do it. Watch Dyson Daniels. He is also a point guard. With him on Trae Young, the activity, the length, the denial, he doesn't know what to do. He's stuck in the water. They pass it to Clint Capella. They get a dribble hand over Harrison Matthews. They force a tough shot. He can shoot, but that is a tough shot. The contested defensive rebound by Kyle Kuzma. And something that was good last year was that Coulibaly shot 40% from three in the corners. Here, shoots right over Trae Young and buries it. All right, so here he is again on the offensive side of the ball. In the fourth quarter, he had 11 points, got to the line a couple times, got 5 free throws, and here gets the goal screen from Corey Kispert, drives, and a nice pump fake, staying on his pivot foot, the patience that he's playing with now, in the floater over Clint Capella. And I'm telling you, everywhere Trae Young was, he was in his hip pocket, man. So here he comes off the screen. Oh, something else he did very well. He uses his wingspan exceptionally. So there's times where Trae Young was like pump faking, and even though he pump fake Coulibaly and he's out the air, he did a nice job of still being able to keep his hands in Trae Young's face, in his shooting pocket, and not fouling him. So, but he also did a nice job just crowding Trae Young, playing defense with his hands up, his hands active. He has just great activity as a defender, and he did a nice job on these Trae Young snatchbacks. He just was quick on his feet. Not that move didn't do anything. That usually gets everybody in. The pump fake, being able to still crowd Trae Young, the tip by Keyshawn George. I don't know who the foul was on. It wasn't on Coulibaly, I don't think, but that was just great defense and the help on the Jaden Johnson drive. And this play right here, bro, when I tell you from the jump, the ball denial on the get off, they're down to, you know, Trae Young trying to get that ice Trae 3 off, and then the step back right, that he created space, but again, his length, like Trae Young is kind of open here. Like he probably could have shot this shot, but it's from the entire game of him trying to pump fake and get space, and Coulibaly just not allowing the space. He knew that Coulibaly was going to get there eventually, right? So here he does this move, and Coulibaly is just so quick in his feet for a guy to be 6'8", that tall. He does that move, he gets right back on it. Again, the pump fake and the step through. The pump fake, he gets him to jump again, but he's still able to use his length and get a great, and damn near blocks this from Trae Young, and they win the game. But that is the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and share any and everyone that you can. Just read out there a little bit more, and I will see you guys in the next video. But this is Nick. Peace.